Angel. Welcome back to my kitchen. It has been a long time, too long. I've missed you guys, and if you guys want to know what I've been up to these past few months, I will share with you at the end of this video. But for now, let's make shrimp chips. For those of you who aren't familiar with shrimp chips, they're sometimes known as prawn chips, and they're usually deep fried and served at restaurants on a plate of like honey walnut shrimp, or sometimes on the side with some roast duck. And today I'm going to show you how to make shrimp chips two ways. I'm going to show you how to make them the regular way, deep fried, and I'm also going to do a little experiment and show you using my air fryer. So with that, let's make shrimp chips. First, we'll need a box of quick frying shrimp chips. Sometimes they're hard to find at the Asian grocery store, so I'll leave a link in the video description to where I got it on Amazon. They basically come in a sealed bag and are super thin dehydrated pieces that look like this. Next, we'll get ready to deep fry. I'm using my wok, which requires less oil than a normal pot, and I'm going to add just enough canola oil to allow the shrimp chips to float. Once the oil has started to bubble, I'm going to add a few chips at a time, and within a few seconds, they should open up and float to the top. It's kind of neat to watch, huh? Here's another batch with different colors, and I am personally really into the pink and green colored shrimp chips. Those are probably my favorites, even though honestly, they all taste the same. Once they've opened up and are floating to the top, go ahead and strain and remove them right away so they don't end up burning, and place them on a plate lined with a paper towel. See? They look nice and puffy, huh? Next, let's try using the air fryer. So I'm going to start with some avocado spray, which is meant for high heat cooking, and I'm going to spray a generous coating on both sides of the shrimp chips. But if you don't have a spray, that's okay, because you could always just dip these in oil as well. Then I'm going to put a few of the oil-coated chips in my air fryer, which I've preheated at 400 degrees. I'm going to let them air fry and bake for about 1 to 2 minutes. It's kind of cool because you'll know when they're done when you hear the shrimp chips swirling around. And here is what the air fryer chips look like on the left compared to the deep fried shrimp chips on the right. I recommend you eat the shrimp chips right away for best flavor, or you can always store them for a few days in an airtight container for munching on later. Either way, they're definitely super fun to make. And that is how we make shrimp chips. Now, I really feel like the shrimp chips that we made by deep frying are much more fluffy and crisp than the ones that we made in the air fryer. So I would highly recommend that if you have a choice between the two, to use the deep fryer instead. But we'll go ahead and do the taste test and see which one tastes better. So I have one that we deep fried. Crisp. Wow. So that's really, really nice. It's like a fluffy crisp, and when you put it in your mouth, it kind of melts. It does taste very shrimpy, so you have to like the flavor of shrimp to like shrimp chips. And it's just really, really addictive. I kind of want to have some more. Now let's go ahead and try one that we made in the air fryer. So this is one that we made in the air fryer. The texture is not as fluffy, but they still puffed up. And this is what it sounds like. That actually sounds crispier than the first one. So the one that we made in the air fryer tastes exactly the same flavor-wise, but these are more like a dense crisp. So these taste more like a chip, like a denser chip, whereas the other ones that we made in the deep fryer are more fluffy. This one doesn't melt in your mouth like the other one, but they're still both really, really good. I still like the fluffier texture. The one that we made in the air fryer doesn't have that kind of melt in your mouth feeling. You'll know what I mean when you try it. So if you're interested in shrimp chips, there are 2 ways now for you to make this. I'm Angel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Until then, take care. I love you guys, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye for now. Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you why I was gone. So I have been busy. My grandmother, she fell in late December, had a really bad fall. She fractured her hip and had to do hip surgery. There was a lot of physical therapy and recovery time for her, and I really wanted to support her and be there for her. And just when I thought everything was going to go back to normal, she was getting better, I take my grandfather to the doctors, and he was diagnosed with cancer. He was diagnosed with colon cancer, stage 4, and anybody who knows about cancer knows that there is no stage beyond stage 4. So that was really depressing for me. I was shocked. I was confused. I honestly didn't feel like making videos. I really didn't feel like doing anything for the longest time. And by the way, the whole time I'm their sole caregiver, which means I drive them to their doctor's appointments, I help translate for them, I help them with grocery shopping, cooking, all these things, and it was really, really stressful. So I didn't have that much time, and I really didn't feel like coming home to turn on the camera. But I realized at one point that life goes on, and in order for me to better help them, that I need to be okay, and that means I need to do things that I enjoy to de-stress from the stresses of life. And one of those things that I enjoy doing is making videos for you guys. So I'm back to making videos, hopefully on a more regular schedule, but I'm not sure yet because I have all these doctor's appointments to take him and my grandmother to. But yeah, that's where I was for the last few months. And for those of you who are caregivers or have been caregivers, I applaud you. Hang in there. It's really tough to be a caregiver for somebody who's sick or somebody who has cancer. And it's really tough when you have cancer as well. So thank you guys for your patience, and thanks for reaching out. I hope that explains why I haven't been able to make videos more consistently, but hopefully I will be able to in the future. Thank you.